But how's it going, though? It's been what? It's been a while.
It's good. It's just how creating the job pattern, creating it through the conversation. So it's just like we already have the name and number and the city, and then we need the package, the price, and then the vehicle, and we get all that within the first 2 messages. We already know all that. So I already have half of the job pattern. So I just create I send you a few screenshots. Or screen recording. I'll just send them the job pattern to them to fill out what they have to get, which is just usually the address and the date and the time. So they just send that. I put it together and then just send it out to them with detail.
Sick. So how do you book them in right now? Do you book them in inside like a conversation? So like they agree over text, or do they book through the link? How do you do it? Again, we're just gathering more context. I want to find out, okay, how does this guy actually do business? How does he book people in? And again, we want them to be talking around 80% of the time. We don't want to be talking on sales calls. They should be saying, okay, I do this and this and this. We should just be asking good questions that then later positions the sale. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm saying, okay, so how do you book them in? Do you do it through link? Do you do it directly through text message? Or how does he do it?
So I just do it all through text.
All through text.
Yeah, and then I have a Google Docs, like where you just type the notes in there. So I have a pre-made job pattern. So I'll just I have something called waiting in the queue. I'll just put their job pattern information created for them and then send it to them. Because it's almost like if they already have half the information. When I send out the full list of everything they need, it's like, oh, just let me fill that in. And I'm always aiming for today or tomorrow or next day, but then still leave them the option to book within the week. So
for sure.
Always push them for same day jobs or next day jobs. I hate waiting because they cancel if you wait. No, not all of them, but it just happens that way. The longer that they are in the future, the higher chance that they're not going to go through.
Yeah. Then they forget or something comes up. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sick. But how do you said you did like huh?
Say what'd you say?
No, you go ahead, it's fine.
No, I was just gonna say calling is good because although I do call, I'm not the most it's not the most sexiest thing in the world to call clients every day. So
I think you just gotta stack usually when it comes to like this. All right, so now we know how he does things. We know how he texts back and forth. It's not like, it doesn't sound like his process is like completely dialed, at least the way he explained it. So what we do next is that we ask more questions and then we give our recommendation. Remember, we are the expert here and you want to be the expert on the sales call. They hop on the sales call in order to talk to you so you can explain and answer questions that they have about, okay, is this even worth installing or not? So the next thing we do is that we give advice. I want to position myself as the expert. I want to take what he already has said and say, okay, this is how we can improve that, and then get his opinion if this is something that would help or not. The more touch points you can have its call, the better, right? So if you can both call them and send them an SMS and send them a WhatsApp and call them on WhatsApp, then you 4x the chances of talking to them, right? For example, me personally, I never pick up the phone if someone calls me out of the blue. If someone calls me on WhatsApp, I might pick up. Maybe there's like a 20% chance. But if someone texts me on WhatsApp, I usually always respond, at least like within a day, right? So it depends on like from person to person. So the more touch points we can create, definitely the better. Like I think you can double the amount of people you actually get to talk to and get to convert if you just like hit them on more places. I should be more like secure in what I say. I think that's one of the main things. I say that I think it would double. I shouldn't say that. I should say on average we see it double because that's also the truth. So I should just have said that and position myself even more as the expert by being more sure in my numbers. But other than that, I actually did something really good here. And I usually do this on sales calls. I explain something, like I make a claim that it would be better if you outreach on multiple channels. So not only do you text them on SMS, you also text them on WhatsApp, you also call them, and you also call them on WhatsApp, which is like 4 channels instead of 1, right? And then I draw the conclusion that me personally, I use logic so they understand that I don't pick up the phone if someone calls me out of the blue, but I always answer if someone texts me on WhatsApp. I don't do that on SMS though. I never answer my SMS. I always answer on WhatsApp. By drawing that conclusion, he understands, okay, this might actually be worth it. And you remember how he came into the call? He was like, instant objection. I already called and they never pick up the phone. But now it's starting to make sense. Slowly we're getting there. For example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp could be nuts.
How did you, have you set anybody else up with the chat or the calling?
With the calling? The reason I reached out to you guys was because like when we did it back in the day, like voice agents used to suck, dude. They were so terrible. The delay, like for how long it took, was very, very long, like multiple seconds. And it just like sounded really shitty. Like, but I actually had another guy that was like asking for a voice agent. I was like, fuck it. Let me see how it looks. And I went in and I like built it out. And I was like, holy shit. It can even like speak Danish, which it wasn't even close to being able to do that like 2 years ago. And then I instantly thought about you guys that like you want to call them and you also want to text them, that you guys need this. That's like my first thought when I saw it working. Decent, like I again positioned myself as the expert. What I could have done here instead, like he actually asked a question about how does it work on WhatsApp. I would literally just be able to say that we can set up the exact system you have in SMS, but just also on WhatsApp to double that, because that is what he was actually interested in. Is that okay? We're doing it on SMS right now. Can we also do it on WhatsApp, which we would be able to do? So that is what I should have deep dived on. And I should still like position myself as the expert by saying, well, that we do it like this and this and this. I shouldn't go down this thread of voice agents all of a sudden insane now. I should have instead taken the angle that we can also install voice agents and text agents on your WhatsApp. That is what he was actually interested in.
I think really I mean, the success over texting and calling, like the calling can work because we just said like coming at them from 3 different angles, like, you know, trying to get to them, you know, it's just only by text or only by calls do all. But the people that are talking to this AI, what if it is it like is the intention to like make them feel like it is a real person, or is it pretty obvious that like most people will just assume like, does that mess up anything?
Okay, so here we have the second objection, this second limiting belief.